What's up guys, my name is Brandon and today I'm going to be showing you 7 amazing iPhone applications that you'll probably use. So this is going to be the second episode of the best iOS app series on the channel. I'm planning on making this into a series at least once a month. If you want to see the other episode, make sure to check the link in the cards right now and also down in the description. But yeah, we're going to be looking at 7 iPhone applications, and again, these are going to be more of a variety of applications. I'm not going to stick to one type of application just because I want to make sure you guys, I want to just make sure that everybody gets an application. Every type of person gets to see at least one application that they maybe haven't heard of and that they're actually going to use in this video. All right, so let's not waste any more time. Let's go ahead and get right into these applications. All right, so the first application is Morning Routine, and this application I have been using for at least the past 5 or 6 months every single morning. And this app is going to allow you to create and keep track of your morning routine. So it's a very easy to use application, and as you can see here, it lets you enter in your morning routine and it really just holds you accountable for doing everything you need to do in the morning. So you can see mine right here. It starts at 7 a.m. and it occurs on every single day, including the weekends, and I have all of the things I do in the morning listed right here, along with how long I need to spend on each task. So you can see here, first task takes 2 minutes. So you can see it takes 2 minutes to get dressed, 3 minutes to brush my teeth and floss, 5 minutes to feed the cat, 35 minutes to check emails, and so on. Now, if everything takes as long as I enter it in the application, I'll be done with my full morning routine in about 3 hours and 30 minutes. Now, this isn't completely accurate for me because I usually don't have, I don't update it as often as I probably should to make sure it's accurate, but I usually get ready. I go through the full morning routine in about 3 hours, sometimes, 2.5 hours. So you can go in and adjust the times. If you notice that you're speeding up on these, you're getting ahead, you're doing them faster than you put in the application, you may want to go back and edit that just so you can be more accurate with how long your morning schedule is going to take. Now, what I love most about this application is the dead simple UI, and that's actually what keeps me using this application over the other morning routine applications. So right once you click to start the morning routine, you can see we have this very simple circle with the timer counting down. Very simple. You can pause it there. You can skip to the next task right there at the bottom. It's just so simple, no distractions, and it really just holds you accountable. Then you have a progress tab here that'll show your averages and a graph, although mine isn't working for some reason. And then you have a tab for getting inspired, which shows you the morning routines of famous figures like Michelle Obama, Tony Robbins, you can see here, and Tim Ferriss, just to name a few. So yeah, that's morning routine, and it's a very simple yet very effective application that is a key part of my mornings, and it has been again for months now. Next up is Pi, and this is an app aimed at teaching you programming languages in a super simplistic manner on the go. Now, I can't tell you how many times I've been looking to learn things like this on the go, but I could not find a great resource. Everything was just online. I had to go on the computer, or I just had to go to the mobile browser version of that website, but Pi has solved that issue for me. So as you can see here, I'm learning Python, but if you go and tap at the top here, you can also see we have many other languages you can learn. You can see here Swift, JavaScript, SQL, then you have some things like this where you can see data science, coding interviews, and more. So coding interviews, basically just how to prep for a code interview and things like that. And then actually going through the course and learning is a really fun experience. The UI, the UX, everything about it is just excellent, and it makes the app actually fun to use. So it's actually fun to be learning these things. You have fill in the blank problems, true false problems. You have to enter in variables and things like that. It just really tests your knowledge, but makes it fun at the same time. And you can go back and review if you missed something. You can go back and review and correct your mistake, and you can keep track of your scores. You can see the percentage. There's just so much to this application. It's a really great app for learning programming. Now, this is a free app, but it does have paid in-app purchases, of course, which could definitely be worth the investment. If this is a career you want to pursue, this is definitely going to be worth, I believe it's like $11 a month investment, depending on which kind of add-on you get. But it's free for the most part, and you can get the basics down. And if you want to go further, you can of course pay for it inside the application. So yeah, definitely recommend Pi if you are wanting to learn programming and possibly pursue a career in programming. But of course, this isn't going to teach you everything, so don't think that you're going to be able to go get a job just because you completed this course. This is basically just the simple stuff. It can get a little bit advanced, but you're going to need a lot more than just this. I just want to put that disclaimer out there. Next up is a Stocard, and this is an e-wallet for rewards cards. So I'm not a big rewards card guy myself, but if you have multiple rewards cards, this app is a must download for you. Now, all this app does is store all your rewards cards onto one single application. So this means that you no longer need to worry about having, 5, 6, 7 rewards cards in your purse or wallet, carrying them around with you everywhere. You could just have it all on your iPhone in one application. Now, I'm not personally a big rewards card guy myself, but I will say that it is very convenient for the one rewards card that I do have, which is for Best Buy. You can see here it's stored right here, and when I click on it, it brightens up the screen and allows for the Best Buy scanners to scan it there. And you can see we also have the backside. You can scan the backside of the card and also store notes on the card if you wanted to. The app also gives you a tab called Offers, which just gives you an aggregated list of deals, basically just from numerous stores that offer rewards cards. But yeah, this is a tremendous app if you are a big rewards card person. If you have a lot of rewards cards in your purse or wallet, you're definitely going to want to check out Stocard. Next up is Road Trip Endless Driver. So this is an addicting game that I have really loved. And you know, I always get asked about fun games here on the channel, and I'm always going to include from now on at least one game in every top apps video, and this is the one for this episode. So this is Road Trip Endless Driver. It's an extremely simple yet very addicting game where you have to basically just navigate your car through an insane amount of traffic on a highway. Now it's not as easy as it looks, but obviously it does get tougher the further you go. But you can see here you can get in these big crashes, and they're just such realistic crashes. That's almost, you know, more fun than actually playing the game how it's supposed to be played. You can get into these monster crashes. You have logs going everywhere, cars flipping, cars going in midair, all kind of crazy things like that. It really reminds me of the PlayStation game Burnout. But yeah, you get the point just from watching me play here. You just basically go in and out of traffic, try not to hit any cars, and beat your high score, which you can see there up at the top. My high score is 77, and I haven't been close to that in a good minute. But if you beat my high score of 77, let me know in the comment down below. But yeah, there's 33 playable cars with more being added in future updates. And again, if you're looking for a dead simple game to pick up and just waste 20-30 minutes of time, you should definitely check out Road Trip. Next up is Photomath, and this is an application I wish I had in high school or even college, because Photomath gives you the ability to cheat like a boss. So say you have a math problem written down, or you just got a worksheet from your teacher and you need to solve it. All you need to do is simply hold the camera up to that equation. Photomath will register it, and it will actually solve it right once you have it in front of the camera, right there in real time. And if you click a button, it's going to show you how it solved it. Now, if this is not a lifesaver for school, I don't know what is. Now, it's not completely accurate with the camera here, but it is pretty accurate. You just have to make sure there's no scribbles or, you know, numbers higher than other numbers or anything like that. But of course, if you don't want to use the camera at all, you can just use the math calculator built into the application. Type in the problem or equation, and Photomath will solve it for you in real time and show you how it solved it. So again, this is going to be a literal lifesaver for those of you still in school right now taking math classes. But then again, if you are in school, I'm sure somebody in your school told you about this and you're using it now. But if not, go ahead and get on the Photomath hype train right now. Next is Pacemaker, and this allows you to pretty much be your own DJ. So this is actually one of my favorite applications of 2017. So again, Pacemaker allows you to essentially just be your own DJ, mix up a bunch of your own songs with ease. Now I say your own songs, but it could also be from Spotify. And just a quick disclaimer, you do need Spotify Premium for this to work, an actual premium account, not Spotify Plus. And with Pacemaker, you do actually get a 7-day free trial, so you can go ahead and try that out if you want. But you can also use locally saved music as well. So if you have music from iTunes on your phone, you can go ahead and use that right there. But yeah, Pacemaker is actually really easy to use, and there are a ton of things you can change. You can add effects, you can choose when the song fades in, when it fades out, where it fades in, where it fades out to. You can zoom in so far in that you can tell exactly when a song is going to fade in and fade out, when it's going to skip to the next song. It doesn't actually skip, it kind of just fades, and it has this really cool, you know, just mix feeling. You're just mixing up songs. Really feels like you're in like a club, or, you know, you're playing music at a party or something like that. And if you want to throw parties and things like that, you definitely need Pacemaker on your phone, because that is going to be amazing at parties. You're not going to have one dull moment. So yeah, I'm not going to explain every feature in Pacemaker. You can see me messing with some of the settings here, getting really detailed, and you know, messing with all these settings here. There are some add-ons you can buy as well for some more features, some effects right there. But I definitely recommend you check out Pacemaker. There's so much you can do, and it's just so much fun to create these mixes. You also have the globe right here. We can go ahead and see other people's mixes. You can see by new and hot right there as well. And there's just so much to do. It's just really, really fun. Definitely check it out. Again, it's called Pacemaker. And the last application is Lens Distortions. And this is just one for you Instagram people out there. Not even just Instagram. If you really like modifying your pictures for, you know, either social media or just for yourself, Lens Distortions is going to add a realistic lens distortion to your photos. So you can see here you have all these different kind of lens flares that you can add to your photos, and you have a ton of customization options right here, like the opacity, you have the brightness, you have the contrast, you can move it, you can pinch it, you can zoom it, you can zoom out, you can do all these different things with these lens distortions, which is really cool. And they're actually surprisingly realistic as well. You just have to make sure to use it on the right image where it actually makes sense and it's actually realistic. You know, you don't want to put, you know, a lens flare or something like that on a dark photo or something where you're inside. It's just not realistic if you do that. So it's best if you do it outside where there's an actual sun, because it looks a lot more realistic that way. I just love the variety of lens flares that this application offers. It just makes it, you know, pretty much fitting for all types of settings. Even if you're not outside, I know I said it only looks good when you're outside, but there's even some in here where it looks good inside. You know, it looks like it comes from a light, the flare comes from a light or something like that. So you can actually make this work inside if you choose the right lens flare. Definitely a fun application to play around with if you're into lens flares. So there you have it, guys. Those are 7 more awesome applications for your iPhone here in 2017 that you're probably gonna use. Again, I try to make these more of a variety, try to get at least one application in there that every type of iPhone user is gonna use. So, you know, you may not use all of these, but I wanted to kind of target all types of different people. So hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, make sure to give this video a thumbs up. Also make sure to subscribe for a lot more videos. I have episode 3 coming on these top apps next month. So make sure to stay tuned and subscribe for that. But thanks again for watching, guys, and I'll see you soon.